What's going on, Reefers? It's your fellow Reefer here with an update. And so far, just going to be going on about my diatom issue, maybe a little bit of how the corals are doing, how the skimmer's doing. So let's get right into it. So right here we have the 75-gallon mixed reef tank, has some SPS, some LPS, and so far the tank is actually doing really well. As far as the diatom issues go, I don't know if you guys can tell, but there's a really big difference between how it looked last video and how it looked this video. A lot of diatoms are dying off now. The sand's looking more and more white each and every day, and I'm really happy. God, I can't even tell you how happy I am that these diatoms are finally disappearing. Now some of you may ask, your fellow Reefer, how'd you get rid of all these diatoms? I mean, what did you do? What did you change? Well, I gotta tell you, when I got the new lights, they were T5 bulbs, 54 watts each. And I got those lights right after I got this brand new sand that wasn't live yet. So with new sand coming, after a tank's been set up for 2 years, changing that out, and then you get brand new lights that are more powerful than the last, it's gonna add some problems there.
And then you blow up.
So what I did was, I noticed one day, I said, you know what, I'm gonna turn the T5s off. Just run my LEDs only. Keep in mind it's the USA Orbit LED Pro and the USA Orbit LED Loop. Enough for the corals to, you know, get a nice little amount of light. So I said, okay, we'll try this out. Turned off the T5s, only ran the LEDs, and before you know it, the diatoms, they were going away. Now what I'm doing is I actually only run T5s for about 5 hours, 6 hours. I used to run them for around 10. So a big change in how the T5s are running right now. And I'll tell you what, I'm happy. For the purposes of this video, I'll keep the T5s on, but to let you guys know, after the video, they will be going off. Now as far as the corals go, they're doing really amazing. I actually couldn't be happier. Maybe one coral isn't doing good, but other than that, it's looking pretty nice. Let's take a look at some of the corals that are actually doing the best right now. Of course, we have to start off with the candy cane coral. It's like the highlight of my tank. It's beautiful, it's big.
That's what she said.
You can tell that I've been feeding it a lot. And every single head is nice and puffy. None of the heads seem to be in any type of distress. So right now it's looking really nice. So happy with it. Don't mind the flash, people. This is just part of the good camera quality from the iPhone 7. But the candy cane is doing really good, and I'm really happy that it's getting bigger and bigger each day. Look at that thing. Holy cow. So, the candy canes are doing good. Of course, the green star polyps are doing really well. They're growing, they're branching out, as you can see right there. And they just add a nice color to my tank. Not as flowy right now because one of my power heads did break, which is a bummer. But right now, the corals are doing really well. The Monty over here is doing really well. Adds a nice little red to my tank. You can tell right here that the polyps are all out and they're all happy. I do feed this coral as well. I'm not sure if it's even doing anything. But if you look, it actually looks like that it's growing. Now people would think that the white is actually bleaching out. But as you can tell that it is growing and the polyps are on the white part. So hopefully it'll color up soon. This coral, I have good expectations for it, so really happy with this Monty. The hammer over here on the left side of my tank is also doing really well. No complaints about it whatsoever. It's enjoying its spot, and I plan to keep it there. And hopefully it continues to branch out. Here we have the ginormous leather up top. Now this leather was in distress when I did move it to its new location. However, the leather now, obviously, it's standing up straight, it's tall, it's big, all polyps are out, it looks beautiful, and I am happy that it's enjoying its new spot, and it adds a nice little bit on this left side. It really fills it in. So I'm liking this coral where it is. It's liking where it is. I couldn't be happier with it. The torches are doing really well. The one up top is always, of course, doing the best. The bottom one's still fairly new. Right now, it looks like it's kind of pissed off. I'm not really sure, but it's still out there. So the torches are doing really well. If you go to the right-hand side, you have the pops that are spreading like crazy. Some are closed, some are open. But they're also branching out over and over and over again on this bridge. Next to these polyps, you had this Duncan that was a Duncan, still giving it hope. I honestly don't know what happened to this Duncan. It fell one time, and I found it in a dark hole, and then that was it. So hopefully it comes back out. You can see on the right-hand side of it that it does look like it has a chance. A little bit of something there. So give it time. That's all we're gonna do. Hang tight with it, and if it comes back, comes back. The bubble tip right here is growing and it's looking nice. All the bubble tips are looking thicker. I've been feeding it coral candy and it has a nice color to it. So hopefully it'll get bigger and take up a little more of this rock. Right to the right we have the 8 cans City. 8 cans doing nice right now. Some are a little mad. This guy right here in the middle is doing awesome. Guy up top, awesome. Right here, looks like he's a little pissed. I'm not really sure why. He's alright. He's doing okay, and this one is also a little mad. So 2 out of 4 are doing amazing. The other one, we gotta see. So hopefully they'll hang tight. And I'm thinking about moving to the sand bed now since the diatoms are gone. Up top to the right, we have the Mind Trick coral. The Mind Trick's doing really well. It's growing. You can tell on the tips they are purple, which is how it looks when it's starting to branch out. And I'm happy that it's looking that way. But the Mind Trick coral is a nice coral to look at, and it's growing. Pops are all out there, so happy with him. This canyon tree to the right of the Mind Trick is getting bigger and bigger. You can see the shrimps enjoying it, picking at it, pissing it off. But it's getting bigger. It fused itself to this rock. Nothing but fusion right here. So hopefully it'll keep growing, and I know it will. And got to figure out what I'm going to do with this because I can tell it's getting close to that water level. This guy right here, doing really good. Nice camera focus for you guys. He's liking his spot. He's actually kind of branching out a little more. And I think that in this location for this guy, it's nothing but high hopes. So, really excited. The Rastazoas are doing okay. Nothing special about them. Only 1 or 2 heads is shown right now. The other 2 are closed. Hopefully that this Rasta will be okay. Some might have pissed it off, but that's about it. But it's doing good. Not bad. Nothing special. The tooth coral is doing really well. You can see that its feeder tentacle is out right now. This guy has a nice amount of color to my tank, and he's always enjoyed this spot, so I never moved him. Down to the right, we have some more candy canes and some mushrooms and the Recordia. They're all doing really well. Nothing crazy. Polyps are always doing well. Move the zoas down here. The zoas are liking their spot. And if you see to the right, there's the blue zoas that I love. The pure blue. So they're really enjoying their spot. This is a happy little nice zoa polyp location. And I'm liking it where it is. So it's you need that little zoa polyp part of the tank. Obviously I have the bridge here, which is kind of taking over a little bit, which is fine. It's taking over the bridge. It's a nice showpiece. But hopefully that these will branch out as well and it'll add a little more. Candy canes down here are also doing really well. Here's the other Duncan that was partners with the one up top in the bridge there. He managed to survive fine. I just put him down the sand bed for now. He has a 5+, he's not touching any sand, but he's doing okay. Candy canes, like I said, are doing good. The green frilly mushrooms, they're doing really good. And the hammer down there is doing good too. So right here we have the Ruby 36S sump. It's a 40-gallon. The protein skimmer, which is a Bubble Magus Curve 5, is doing really well. When I had my putty putting up on the corals, on the rock, the putty was actually making the skimmer freak out a little bit. So it was overflowing, and what I did was, thanks to Rico's Reef and a lot of other nice coral guys, they told me to take a 5-gallon bucket to the drain tube from the Bubble Magus Curve 5 and put it in the bucket, and it'll get rid of any of those whatever it's overflowing with. It'll pretty much take it out, and that's what I did. And in 2 hours, the skimmer was back to where it's supposed to be, and I'm really happy here that it's skimming pretty good. Look at that, and I'm very excited with it. So thankfully it's doing really well. Not doing it on a wet skim right now, kind of like in the medium, but it's getting back to where it's supposed to be, and right now it's skimming, and you guys should have seen this skimmer before, overflowing like crazy. So definitely happy with this now. It's back on the base. I know people say 8 inches for the Bubble Magus Curve 5. Mine's 9.5, and it's doing these great results. So if it's not broke, don't fix it. It's doing really awesome, so I'm happy with that. So as far as the corals go, they're all pretty much doing good. I really have no complaints about them. You know, just gonna keep on feeding them, watching them. I haven't fed the 8 cans in like a couple of days, so maybe that's why they're a little mad, or only 2 of them are mad, but gotta, you know, keep doing that too. The growth on my candy canes in the bottom right, that you can see right there, those are really doing well too. They're starting to grow, get thick, just like the candy cane over here on the left. That's pretty much it. Gonna keep on feeding my corals, and hopefully that'll just keep progressing and having positive results. That's what it's all about here. Diatoms, hopefully they'll digress even more, and we'll be diatom free. So can't wait for that.